Body clay sculpting with Lance King.
12, 10, 8, middle down, middle up.
So you may be asking, besides what's wrong with Lance's hair, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, give me a break. Why do I do so much isolation? I'm doing middle up, middle down. What's that all about? Hey, that's a fair question. You'll actually see me doing that with the superset as well. But a lot of that is because you're exercising the muscle on the contraction as well on the way back down, and I'll tell you a little more about that in a second.
All right, close grip, straight bar bicep, 12, 10, 8, middle up, middle down.
So one thing that you'll notice when I'm doing this straight bar bicep curl is the control. My biceps are in control of what's happening through this movement. So often, people will pull other muscles into the exercise movement and end up straining them more than working them out. And so and trust me, I'm guilty of doing heavy and swinging just a little bit. It's not bad.
And a drop down set of 12, 10, 8.
But what's better, in my opinion, is isolation. This is about body sculpting. Don't worry, you're going to gain size. You're going to tear the muscle with these isolation exercises. And if you don't feel that these are going to be a benefit to you, just give them a try. And it'll be one more thing that can mix things up for you. 3/4 reps with the bicep drop down set.
15, 12, 10, middle up, middle down, weak point training.
So with weak point,
So isolate the area that you want to build the most.
weak point, I've got my heels in. I'm really trying to increase the size of the inside heads of my calves. As you can see, my calves are a little bit disproportionate in that I have a lot more on the outside head. So for about 6 months, I'll probably focus on isolating that area.
12, 10, 8.
So find a hammer strength, or I'm sure your gym has something, a machine or a hammer strength that you can do incline with. And the main thing I want to encourage with this is to take the shoulders out of this, keep your elbows as high as you can throughout the movement.
12, 10, 8.
Preacher curls really have become one of my favorite movements, and I think it's because and I'm not saying my biceps are amazing. I mean, you can see for yourselves. I've seen an increase in height with my biceps by doing preacher curls, and I hope that and you know, I'm confident you'll see the same. No matter where you're at, this exercise will make a difference. And you'll notice how much I'm twisting up at the top. And as I'm doing that, if you see my jaw, I'm really trying to tense and contract up at the top. Every second within the movement, it really does matter. So don't relax and let off.
12, 10, 8, middle up, middle
So here
down.
I am doing toes in, hitting the outside head of my calves. And that's mainly because, I mean, just because I'm doing weak point training doesn't mean I'm going to neglect the outside. It's just as important to make sure you're you're still focusing on the other areas, or else you'll look lopsided, you know, with an inside calf being a lot bigger. Anyway, go heavy with calves and make sure your form is disciplined.
All right, so you'll do 3 sets, and you'll do anywhere from 8 to 10. Shoot for 8, but if you can get 10, get 10. And then you'll do a drop down set of 8 to 10.
So I hope that made
right.
sense. If not, you might want to just rewind that. I just wanted to emphasize the fact that with this, we're not doing a tricep workout. So keep your elbows in front of you. Turn them out in front of you as much as possible. See how they're turned in front of me as much as possible? Okay, this drop down was brutal. My chest was done, as you can see.
Body clay sculpting with Lance King.